I'm Norm Eisen, Senior Fellow at the Brookings Institution, and I study governance in the United States and around the world. If the president were to issue pardons that themselves amounted to the obstruction of justice, that could be grounds for prosecution for violating the law or for congressional proceedings, including censure or impeachment. A president is bound by the same laws as the rest of us. Congress has said that it is a crime in the United States to obstruct justice, that is, with corrupt intent, with wrong or evil intent, to try to block an investigation. A president can't do that, for example, by taking bribes. A president would be liable under the bribery statute. And if a president were to issue pardons in order to block an investigation for a wrongful purpose, like a president protecting himself because he believed someone who was pardoned would disclose incriminating evidence against that president, that would constitute obstruction of justice. Now, you'd need to have prosecutors find that there was probable cause for there to exist obstruction of justice. If the case did not go through legal channels, and there's a debate about whether a sitting president can be prosecuted, I believe a president can be prosecuted for obstruction of justice, including for an obstructive pardon. But another option would be to send the case to Congress. And prosecutors have done this, Leon Jaworski did it in the Watergate matter. A report can be given to Congress, and Congress could have hearings, starting with abuse of power hearings in the House Judiciary Committee as to whether a president committed obstruction of justice by giving a pardon with corrupt intent to protect himself or those around him, including family members. So it could be resolved in the courts, or it could be resolved in Congress. Trump's frequent use of pardons has broader implications. Many believe, and I agree with them, that Trump is issuing pardons strategically to send a message to those who may be cooperating with the investigations of him, including the investigation by special counsel Robert Mueller, or to others who may be considering cooperating because they feel that they may be indicted by Mueller or by parallel investigations going on in the New York federal prosecutor's office and in the Maine Department of Justice here at DOJ. The message of a president, if there is one, telling witnesses, subjects, targets, defendants not to participate because they'll be getting a pardon is itself deeply problematic. And these pardons do appear to have that strategic aspect to it that is profoundly troubling, and it may signal that the discussion of the pardons that we've heard so far, in combination with the actual pardons that have been issued, will lead to the day when pardons are issued by President Trump against those involved in the Mueller or other investigations. That will raise very serious questions of obstruction of justice if it happens. And perhaps the seriousness of those questions is the reason we've heard threats, rumors, hints from President Trump, from his lawyer, or from others, but it hasn't happened yet because that is a major red line.